Abby, and this is AfriCanadaHub. Thank you for tuning in. For those who have not subscribed yet, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. And thank you to those who have subscribed to our channel. Mental health has been a concern of mine. The topic of mental health is just shoved under the rugs. The stigma is pushing so many people in the wrong direction. People have issues, we have issues with mental health, and we do not discuss it. The topic needs to be discussed. It should never be a problem or a shame or a stigma. Mental health conditions are real and they happen. 1 out of 5 children suffers from this condition. It's everywhere, not just in one continent alone. And now that we find ourselves home, we need to ensure that our children are in a good place, in their mind. We as adults need to also ensure that we are in a good place in our mind. I've seen these children scroll down, and then they are popping food into their mouth, right? That's not a healthy thing for the kids to do. We are not being mindful of what we are eating. So this week, my topic that I have planned for the kids, it's mindful eating. Mindful eating, and also putting away the screen, putting away the cell phone, and making sure that when you are eating, the phone is not in your hands. Because when you are scrolling down and up and down and checking social media whilst you are eating, you will not be mindful of how much you are putting into your body. You will not be mindful of whether you are eating overly or if you are full, or you cannot even tell if you are enjoying the food or not. Let me show you by example what mindful eating looks like. You know, sometimes you crave for certain unhealthy foods, all right? But you crave for them doesn't mean that you should eat them in excess. When I crave it, or I crave a bag of chips, so I should eat them in excess. No. There should be a way to mindfully enjoy something that you crave without overeating it. And so one way, I have this chocolate here. So I'll take a piece of this chocolate. And let me show you how we can show these kids how to mindfully eat this chocolate. So this is a chocolate that I love. Okay, all right, it's a little piece of chocolate. Not eating the whole thing, but taking a little piece. If you really love the chocolate and you want to have a little piece of it, so I have a little piece here. I will look at this chocolate before it goes in the mouth. I will look at it. Think how soft it feels, or how hard and crunchy it may feel in my mouth. You know, teach them this, that mindful eating. Think about it. Think about the food, where it came from. The farmer was cocoa made in Africa. You know, have them think about it. Mesmerize about the whole thing. Just show some form of concern when you are showing care about what you have in your hand to eat. Oh, I wonder how it will melt in my mouth. Maybe I can take a little try. Maybe the whole thing. So as they lick, how to think about the food, how does it feel in your mouth? I said don't talk when you eat, but so how does it feel? Does it feel creamy? Does it have any nuts in it? Does it have any, is it sweet, is it sour? So you are teaching your child to use their senses to feel the texture, the taste, smell. You can smell it before you even put it in the mouth. How does it taste? What is the aftertaste? Right? So we're teaching the child to use all their senses to process the food in their mouth. But before that, physically touch it, feel it, smell it. Use all their senses to think about the food, feel the food, and then enjoy it and appreciate the food. This way, the child is being mindful of what it is that they are eating. Doing this a couple of times, it will teach the children as well how to be mindful eaters and how to appreciate the food that they have in front of them. So think about the food, the smell, the texture, the taste, the feel, all the senses. Get your senses involved in what you are eating. And mindful eating comes in different ways. So some ways to practice mindful eating means listening to your body and stopping when you are full. But ignoring the sign that you are full means that you are not being mindful. You can feel that you're hungry. You lack energy. So you need energy or you lack energy. And also being mindful at eating is not eating at random, but setting a time to eat and setting a place to eat. It's good to eat by the dining table, not eating in front of a TV. Being mindful at eating is eating nutritious food, something that is healthy. A lot of teenagers pick and go. They come in, whatever is there, they go. And so now that is a lesson that I have learned really in the hard way, because I have seen some of these kids, my kids, they come in, they just pick anything that I have available and they eat and go without thinking, is this right for me? Is this just for me? You know, what is the portion size that you are putting into your body? And also we need to keep reminding them that when eating, you eat without multitasking and checking your emails, checking your social media, not being mindful, considering where food comes from. They need to do that. Children need to consider where the food comes from and not considering a meal an end product. Consider where the food comes from. I remember when we were growing up, my mother would say that if you are full, leave it. She hated throwing away leftovers because there were always people who would come by or someone in the neighborhood who needed that food to eat. Messing up food unnecessarily or not seeing the value of it. They need to know where food comes from. Well, let's teach these children to be mindful in eating, mindful thinking. These are some of the practical ways that we can teach our children to love what it is that they are eating. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in to AfriCanadaHub. Once again, if you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Click on the subscription button and subscribe. Thank you, and please join us again on another installment for AfriCanadaHub. Thank you for watching.